Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Amnesia Memories. Still on Shin's route here. And let's see, last episode we were talking about the accident, trying to remember what in the world happened to us to make us wake up so messed up. And it turns out we fell off a cliff. Though we really don't know why yet, how in the world we fell off a cliff, what led up to that. Only Shin knows apparently, and he's not talking yet. He's really emotional about it because he feels responsible for it. But really, he owes it to us to tell us what happened. Oh well. Hopefully he'll own up to it soon, so we can get our memories back and progress with our lives. Alright, well let's see what else Sawa and Toma can tell us about the accident, or what happened before the accident. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. Well, it wasn't really that quick, right? I mean, he didn't come back for an entire day. An entire day? Right. That struck me as strange. From what I heard, there was a difference in your testimonies that made them suspicious. But that's pretty common. People get confused immediately following an accident. Honestly, though, you seem more confused now. Yeah, I guess you're right. I definitely don't need to get myself into an accident. I can't even remember what I ate for lunch yesterday. Yeah, that's me. I have a terrible memory. Sawa, that's pretty bad. You better do something to exercise that brain of yours. Is Shin okay? He's fine. Well, as long as you don't tell the police something like, Shin really did push me off the cliff. Huh. So, I guess that memory really was from another time. But I see. Now that we have the whole story, I can see why Shin feels responsible for your injuries. Although it wasn't his fault, neither of you knew you were on a cliff. I'm sure he's still worried about it. He feels so guilty about it, yet there are still people who think these terrible things about him, like it wasn't an accident. It really was an accident, right? You believe that, don't you? Don't worry, Shin might not act it, but he really cares for you. He wouldn't push you off a cliff. At least you don't think so. And I'm sure that memory you have is even more evidence in favor of believing in Shin, right? Right? August 7th.
Good morning, Dirili. Today's another half day for you. It looks like you've gotten a lot better now, but you still should take care and not overdo it, okay?
Yeah, you're in a lot less pain today. And you've gotten the hang of this a bit more from last time. Today should go well. Alright, do your best. Yes, sir. Welcome back, Master. May I take your order? Have a good day, madam. We'll be awaiting your return. Alright, perfect. It's going well, Dirili.
It looks like you've gotten used to it already. Maybe it really does suit you to have Shin boss you around so strictly.
Oh, I don't want to hear that. Not for most people.
Good work. At this rate, you should be able to go back to full-time next week. Seriously, when I first heard the news from Mine, I was in a complete and total panic. My hands were trembling quite a bit. I ended up dropping plates in front of customers several times.
Wow, that doesn't sound like him. Manager, you were really that worried?
If that pretty face of yours had been injured, this cafe would have lost its poster girl. How frightening.
That's the only reason he was worried. Am I really that important to the cafe, though? Really? Everyone was so shaken up at the time. Toma was especially bad.
Hey, you don't need to mention that.
But it was pretty crazy. You were shouting at Shin, and then you ran off. Sawa was on the verge of tears.
That should be expected. For Sawa and me, that was really an incredibly worrying moment.
And yet, Shin was so calm. What?
Mine.
To be honest, I was kind of scared. His girlfriend fell off a cliff right in front of his eyes, but he was still super calm. Well, different people handle situations different ways. He could have been in shock and just seemed calm even though he wasn't. Or some people just,
Don't show things outwardly. I really hate it when people say things like that and just infer that a person is a certain way because they aren't necessarily expressing what you think they should be expressing.
He called the police and explained the situation, and he didn't even make an effort to search for you. What?
There's nothing wrong with what he did. He might have looked calm, but I'm sure he was beyond shocked too.
And I heard some scary rumors about Shin's dad being murdered.
Gossip, gossip, gossip. It wasn't murder. It was involuntary manslaughter.
Even if he didn't intend to kill, he still killed someone. Isn't that the truth? I heard he got drunk and got in a fight with some guy. Couldn't that personality have been passed down to Shin? When I think about that, after what happened that day, it makes me really scared of Shin.
I'll seriously get mad if you say any more.
It's true that Shin's father got in a fight and killed someone, but
that has nothing to do with Shin. And it's not like you know the details about that incident, or do you? Mine, do you really believe in rumors over your friends?
I'm sorry. That was terrible of me to say.
Yeah.
Thank you, Toma.
I was just defending Shin. There's no need for you to thank me. Although I understand why you'd be thankful towards anyone who defended Shin. Alright, that's enough. Shin might be a lonely kid, but he wouldn't hurt a girl he cherishes so much. There's no reason to doubt him. Anyway, why don't we all have lunch?
What? Even though the manager said that. It sounds like there are a lot of people who suspect Shin. That's probably because his attitude is the type to rouse suspicion among people who don't know him. What do you think? I'm starting to feel anxious.
It's because you don't know him.
August 8th. Got time?
Want to go somewhere?
He shows up without calling or texting, and that's the first thing he says when he sees you. He could ask you about your injuries, or ask how work's going, or how you're feeling, at least something nice.
Before we go to the park, or to the school with Toma. That's about all I could think of.
Oh, he wasn't talking about a date. This is to help you recover your memories. Hey, in that case, wouldn't it be better to talk about the accident than about elementary school? I think it's bad not to ask Shin anything and only hear negative rumors from other people. You also still need to ask Shin about the memory you have of him finding you that night.
Alright, how many screens are we gonna walk along this time? Is this the cemetery? I see. So, I found you, huh? I don't know what you're remembering, but I never found you. Toma and the others are right. The people who found you were those two guys, Iki and Kent, who just happened to be staying at the lodge. I heard Iki is a college student, and Kent is a graduate student. That's all I know.
So, even Shin is saying that the others are right.
I waited at the lodge for the ambulance and the police to arrive. I knew the police would want to question me anyway. Someone had to stay at the lodge to relay the information to them. It would just make things faster for me to be there, since the police would have called for me anyway.
I see. So Shin didn't search for you so he could explain things to the police. That actually sounds pretty reasonable.
Yeah, they usually tell somebody to stay in place so, especially, in case the person they're looking for shows up. After you were found, the police car and the ambulance arrived, and I was taken to the station. Our testimonies were different, so the police decided they were going to keep me in hold for a day. But the difference in our stories were really minor. In fact, I lied about them.
Wait, why would he lie about something like that?
Now that I think about it, I should have told the truth from the start. I think I was just upset. You said I ran because he was teasing me in your testimony, but I jumped out at her from behind in my testimony.
In reality, what you said was closer to the truth. From your footprints, they determined that you ran away from something before you fell. There wasn't really much reason for me to lie about it. That's just what I happened to tell them. Because you see, at that time I was actually asking if I could go to your room that night. That was hard to explain, so I just ended up making up a stupid lie, like that I jumped out at you from behind to scare you. Oh, I guess it's about the same thing, huh?
Well, it's true that would be hard to tell the police. Not only that, but you ended up running when he asked.
Yeah, I guess that would be a little embarrassing. I actually wasn't kidding at the time, so what you said is technically a lie too, if you were going to go down that road. Although, it's still a lot closer to the truth than what I said, but it wasn't anything that was super serious either. It's just that nobody but us knew what we were talking about before the accident, and that trail of footprints was there. It might be trivial, but I still lied. Of course they would suspect me. The only reason I was released was because you cried and defended me. I'm really thankful.
I see. It sounds like you really liked Shin before you lost your memories.
You ended up with fairly minor injuries. I guess the police didn't see the need to press further. Anyway, that's my side of the story. Do you believe me? Yes, I believe you. I see. Thanks. Well, I shouldn't be the one being comforted. You're in a way worse of a condition than I am. I'm pretty worried, and I'm totally serious. Sorry. I probably should have told you about all this sooner. Having you ask the others just made things more problematic. When I try to talk about that day, I remember really awful things. Like your scream when you fell, and how long I had to wait before the people looking for you came back. And then you were brought back covered in blood, and all that time I was being questioned without knowing how you were. I saw the cuts on your neck when you were brought back. It looked like you were bleeding a lot. It's a miracle you got off so easily. I heard later that if they hadn't found you as soon as they had, you might have died. I was even thinking that it was my fault that you almost died. I'm just so weak. I can't forgive myself. I couldn't do anything, not at all. You were right there in front of my eyes. Just a few seconds before, you were in my arms, but then... Sorry, I still don't want to think about it.
I don't think he didn't do anything about it. He said you might have died if you were found later. If Shin had run off by himself to look for you, it might have been too late. Shin, your quick decision to ask everyone for help is what saved this girl's life. There's no doubt about it.
I was saved thanks to you, Shin. Yeah, you said that plenty of times. You say the same thing every time I apologize, even without your memories. But if I had been more careful about our surroundings, you never would have fallen in the first place. That fact won't change. This is my fault.
Hey, Dirili. Shin is really sorry about this, and he doesn't seem like a person who would try to hurt you. Your injuries were just an accident. But then again, what was that mysterious memory? It must be some sort of mistake.
Or Shin's lying. August 9th.
What?
This guy looks shady as hell.
Well then, Dirili, first I'd like to congratulate you on your recovery.
Huh? Who's this?
That beard, that really, really pointy beard.
And also, I was going to congratulate her first. Don't steal my lines.
I was really surprised to hear about the incident the other day. It seems that Shin has been released. To be honest, I was always interested in knowing whether you two were actually dating, but that time was especially...
Hey, owner, good morning. I'm surprised to see you here. I wouldn't have thought the owner of Shinanoji Lodge would come all the way down. Did you come by today to give her some encouragement?
Yes, I believed it would be quickest to ask the person directly concerned after all.
Toma! Phew! Thanks for the who's who.
I've been concerned for quite some time, but Waka insisted I wait until her wounds had recovered. Anyway, tell me, just how much water does this theory of a love triangle with you two and Toma hold?
What?
What? That's what you wanted to ask?
Mr. Owner, it's completely false.
But I heard that she had proposed to you in the past, Toma, during our chat over tea.
What kind of questions does this guy ask over tea?
That's when she was in kindergarten. It was a pretty common childhood thing. Oh, that's so cute! A little clover ring.
Toma, when we grow up, we should get married.
Oh.
Oh, that memory was... Wow, you really did propose to Toma back then. I know it was only kindergarten, but do you think you made any promises like that with Shin too?
Oh, Mr. Owner, I see you're here. Hello, Waka. Beautiful as always. Oh, stop that. You really are a charmer, and even more so these days. Anyway, would you mind releasing our employees now? It's about time to open the cafe. Oh, yes, of course. Go right along, Toma.
What about me?
Dirili, does this mean you're supposed to stay behind?
Okay, Toma, let's open the cafe.
Sorry, Dirili. I can't do any more for you. Why am I stuck here?
Oh no, there they go.
No, Dirili. We should be able to talk in peace about the incident.
Was he worried about getting sued or something?
It looks like you have no choice but to go along with it. But still, it's not like you know much more about the incident than anyone else, right? But wait, this person is the owner of the mountain lodge that everyone was staying at that day. Doesn't that mean he was there when the incident happened? If that's true, then he might know a lot more about this than we do. We should be the ones asking him questions.
He doesn't know that. Were you searching for me as well?
Of course I did. I knew the area better than most others, so I figured I'd be the first to find you. But the person who found you first was Kent. His actions were most impressive. It seemed like he and Iki were calculating something, then they ran off and brought you back immediately.
So they found me by inductive reasoning. Very cool.
I'm sure they were checking the altitude contours on a map, and then made calculations based on the point from which you fell. He even checked your height and weight with Shin.
Jeez.
What? Really? I guess he knows a lot about maps.
If you're interested in the events of that night, why don't you try asking the other guests? I could give you the guest list if you'd like.
Really? Isn't that kind of like a little violation of something?
Wow, that would be helpful. Since he's offering, you should take it.
But this really is quite interesting. The victim decides to reinvestigate the case. A true mystery in the making. I've read many stories like this for fun, but I've never encountered a genuine mystery before.
Exactly what is this owner expecting out of this?
Also, what kind of truth did you witness for yourself? Well, you're defending Shin. That I know for certain, but I'd like to know why. Do you have any sort of doubts about this accident? Was this truly an accident with no suspicions whatsoever?
I'm glad you seem to be enjoying yourself there. He also seems really fixated on this incident, but it was just an accident no matter which way you look at it, right, Dirili? Right? Also, you came here to work, but it seems like he won't let you go for a while.
So what, he's just here being curious? What in the world is he talking to us about? August 10th.
I'm pretty tired. Are you? Yesterday was your first straight shift, and then that weird guy showed up and started asking a bunch of questions. I'm sure your body is tired, but this isn't good for your mental health either. Try to relax a bit. You have today off, so you should try to get some rest. You've got work again tomorrow. Huh. I wonder if Shin will come by today. Well, speak of the devil. Wait, that's not Shin. It's Toma.
Hey, you free today?
Toma seems like a really kind and easygoing guy, but he actually acts kinda like Shin sometimes. Maybe this is just how childhood friends act around each other.
What are you doing here, Toma? Are you guys up to something?
Oh, Shin's here too.
No real reason. She had a long shift yesterday, so I just came to see how she's doing. I'll get going now. I didn't have any plans with her, and you got here first. I'll just leave.
What kind of way is that to be as a boyfriend?
Wait, what? Why is he acting like this? Why can't all three of you hang out together?
Sorry, Toma. Shin and I were going to go out. Honestly, if it wasn't for the guide, I would have chosen the other option.
Alright. I got it. Have fun, you two. Sorry. Anyway, let's go somewhere. Do you mind if it's crowded? We should go out to eat.
Huh? Going out again? That's fine, but watch your health.
If you take it too easy, your body will get weak before you even know it, and then you'll have a really hard time. Oh, right. If you're not feeling well, let me know right away. I'm not trying to push you to your limit or anything.
Well, there you go, Dirili. I'm pretty worried about you too, but I think Shin's trying to show you how much he cares about you. We're back. You walked around quite a bit, but you didn't seem to have too much trouble. Maybe it's because you got to take a lot of breaks.
Anyway, I'll be going home now. Why are you making such a confused-looking face? You're still not recovered. It would be a problem if I came in now. Or are you that sure I'm your boyfriend?
What?
Huh, I guess he's right, Dirili. Then again, he did use his key to come into your room before. I guess that doesn't count.
I've wanted to ask this for a while, but right now, how do you feel about me? Am I a childhood friend to you? Family? Or do you actually accept that I'm your boyfriend? Before, I was kind of forced about getting you to accept me as your boyfriend, but now I'm confused. I did a lot for you to finally see me in that way, to have that sense of something more between us. But now I feel like I need to hold back. I don't want to end up getting treated as a brother again because of it. Since you can't remember, I'm going to say this again. I want us to be together, Dirili. I don't want to just be treated like a brother.
That is kind of how I see it. Yeah, I didn't really know there was any doubt that he was my boyfriend or anything.
That's not a problem. I'll make you see me as a man. Wait, you realize I said the same thing to you when I confessed to you before, don't you?
But I'm older than you, you know?
What does that have to do with it? You just happened to be born half a year before me.
Oh, only half a year, that's nothing. That's true, but also we've been together ever since we were kids. I can't just see you as a regular guy after all this time.
Don't worry. I'll make you see me as a man before you even know it. We should go out.
But if we do, and things go bad, we won't be able to go back to the way things were before.
I already can't hold back. I can only see you now as the girl I'm interested in. If you absolutely don't like the idea, I'm not going to force you. But I can't just be your childhood friend anymore.
That's not fair. That's like a threat.
If you think of that as a threat, then maybe that means there's still hope. I'm sure that means you don't like the idea of not being able to talk to me.
Of course I wouldn't like that. We've been together since you were born. Of course I wouldn't like not being able to see you. Then we should be together. If you were to get a boyfriend, we wouldn't be able to see each other anyway. Either way, something would have to change. We can't stay like this forever. Let's date. Don't worry, you'll get used to the idea before you even know it. Why are you spacing out? Did you remember something? So, what's your answer? Just don't be too forceful. I'll take that as an agreement. I got it. Then for now... Oh, that's a good picture. Does he always have to surprise us? I've wanted to do this for a long time. What, since the last time we kissed? I'm not kidding. It's painful to have the girl you like close by and being unable to do anything. I was trying to wait until your memories came back, but I can't. I have no idea what might happen. There's no way I can wait. I don't know what I would do if I just kept waiting, only for you to treat me like a brother again. These past 3 months would have been for nothing. I'll make sure you remember those feelings again. The feeling of being nervous, never knowing when I might kiss you. Well, I'll just go home for today. Your next day off is the day after tomorrow, right? I'll see you then.
Wow, that was a surprise. I see. Now I finally see why he asked why you weren't nervous that time he kissed you in the hospital. Even though you might have been going out already, he was always teasing you with sudden kisses. I know he wants you to feel excited and all, but this isn't very good for your heart.
I know, can't he just give me warning when he's about to kiss me? He doesn't have to surprise me with it.
Was it really okay to agree like that?
Sure, why not? You only live once. YOLO. August 11th.
Good morning. It looks like you've been able to take off most of your bandages. You still don't look your best, but you seem to be recovering nicely. That's a relief.
He doesn't miss the bandages?
Oh, good lord. Oh, it's alright for you to keep the bandages on during work. Ever since your return, we've had more customers become regulars.
So you're bringing in those kind of customers.
Good morning.
Hey, it's Sawa. I heard you both had the same job, but this is the first time I've actually seen her.
Hey, you're looking pretty lively. That's good. Oh, right, manager. I just thought of it, but maybe we could have an employee fireworks show.
With just employees? But isn't the big Arakawa fireworks show today? I'm sure people will go to that. Why do the employees here need to have one?
Because of the show in Arakawa. I don't think Dirili can go there now, do you? I'd feel really bad going there without her.
Wait, she's doing this for you?
I figured that we could at least have a fun fireworks show for her here, all nice and local.
Ah, that's a great idea.
Wow, that sounds fun. Isn't that great, Dirili? I think going to the big show might be pushing it.
We should send Toma and Mine a message about this. Oh, maybe we should invite Shin too.
Want to give him a call?
But he has prep school today. I think he would get mad if you called him so early in the morning. She's calling him.
He picked up. Here, take the phone.
Zawa,
Why are you calling me at a time like this? Do you want to see some fireworks today? Dirili, is that you? Fireworks? What, with you and Sawa?
He seems surprisingly interested. Maybe you should explain.
I got it. I'll head over later. I'll give you a call when you get off work, so tell me where and when. See you later. So he'll come. That's great. I knew he'd accept if you asked him.
Oh, Shin's coming too. I got an answer from Toma and Mine. They'll be there as well.
That's great! This will be fun!
Alright, that's enough of that. We'll be opening up shop, so get ready. Since we're going to be having fun later, let's work extra hard for the customers now.
Yes, sir. That looks a little creepy. Alright, let's do this one next. This one's amazing. Wait, Sawa, why do you keep choosing the rocket fireworks? Normal people just light sparklers. Huh? But rockets are way more flashy and awesome. Oh, I know. How about we attach some sparklers to the rockets? That's dangerous! I was gonna say, that sounds kinda dangerous. How strange. I could have sworn I was invited to watch fireworks with my coworkers, not asked to babysit kids.
I don't mind either way, but just make sure you don't burn any buildings down.
I thought you weren't here for a minute, but then I saw you in the corner with your sparkler. It seems just like you. It's easier to sit here than it looks. I guess you can use it as a chair, but make sure not to lean back and fall. Mind if I sit next to you? I'd like a sparkler too. Was I sitting on the edge of the well? Yeah, that's not the best place to sit. Wow, he looks good in this picture. Are you having fun at all? If you're too tired to stand over there with everyone, I could call them over for you. Okay, we gotta end this video here before we make this choice. So I hope to see you in my next video, having fun with our own private little fireworks show. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.